So this is just a quick view of through the scope on the Pulsar Core FXQ38 forward thermal attachment. So this scope can be used as a handheld thermal device or mount it in front of your day scope for a thermal attachment. Right now we're in West Texas. It's 62 degrees, 28% humidity. The screen is always green. It has a green hue to it, which actually makes it pretty easy on the eye during use. And it does a really good job of pointing out hot objects to you. So anything that shows up in the screen as bright green is hot, and you can change the polarity to where dark green is hot. I actually think in some scenarios it makes certain things stand out even more, like a pig in a wheat field where you only see a little bit of the back, which is a scenario I had last Friday. Pretty tall wheat, I could just barely see the tops of them. But since this thing makes the green stand out so obvious, it was very easy to see them. Again, the video that you're seeing in this is actually degraded. I have a camera behind the ocular lens of the scope. Whenever you look through the scope itself, the image is actually better, even though this image right here looks pretty good. It is Pulsar's 17 micron 384 by 288 sensor. Same thing that they've used in the Apexes and the Quantums in previous years. This is just a different housing to be able to use it as a handheld and a forward attachment. The house that's in the far of the screen, kind of to the right, is about 350 yards, 400 yards away. You can see it very easily, and then the really bright, smaller rectangular box off to the right of the house is actually a brick mailbox. So it really stands out easily. It's absorbed a lot of heat from the day. We're going to go through the menu options real quick. So just from the main screen, you have contrast and brightness, just really quick ability to change those. The scope doesn't have a video out, and they don't have as many I guess thrills in the scope compared to some others. You do have the ability to adjust the brightness of the icons. I got them turned up right now just for this video to be able to see them a little easier. The next one down is the ability to zero the center of this thermal clip-on with your day scope. So if whenever you attach the thermal clip-on, if your point of impact shifts, you actually fire, and then you'll move this crosshair that's in the scope right now to the point of impact on the target, and then that should change your point of impact to match with where your day scope is actually zeroed. So a big plus in a thermal attachment or clip-on is being able to do this. Some others in the past I've seen don't have that ability, and it's been a detriment to the scope. The next one is the mode. This will adjust just like all the other Pulsar scopes, going from rocks to forest to recognition. I'm not going to get into those because if I select one, it's going to change my contrast settings and it'll be too bright for the camera. You also have your calibration mode, which is your nuke mode, as some may say. You have it auto, where it's set on a specific time limit to where however many seconds. It actually changes as the scope warms up. It'll start to nuke less and less. You also have hybrid calibration mode, which will be on a timer, but also it's kind of an extended timer, and then you'll have to manually nuke it too, or straight manual, to where it will not nuke itself, it will not calibrate itself, and you'll have to do it manually, and you'll see the screen degrade as you do that. I'm going to make sure I get this back on auto so whenever we go to use it next, it doesn't get all grainy on me and I forget. Next one is just your time and date. You can set up 24-hour or normal AM PM. And then this next one is to link a little remote that they send with the unit, to where you can power on and off the unit with the remote and adjust brightness and contrast from that remote. And then the next is the ability to repair broken pixels or bad pixels. So you can come in here, hit the X, you can move this X that's on the screen around on the X and Y axis. It's in the top left corner of the screen right now, to whatever pixel looks bad in the screen, and then hit the menu button and it should go in and correct that pixel. So those are your options that are available in the menu screen in the Pulsar Core FXQ38, which is a handheld thermal and a thermal forward attachment or clip-on. You can switch polarity. So let's see if I can change the polarity. So there's a different polarity. So now we're in a black hot. You can see the street is hot, and then the house is hot, and they're darker. And there is a 2x digital zoom. So it's a 2x native zoom with the lens, and then you have a 2x digital. And with this 384 by 288 17 micron sensor that they put in here, it actually maintains pretty good image. So please post any comments or questions below. I'll do my best to answer them. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.